Hi, fantastic. And I think I really appreciate your overall balanced approach to the issue as well as your quick thinking when it comes to breaking down the problem and attacking each part. I also understand that you're working under a time constraint, and as a result, I think even if you make grammatical or spelling mistakes as well as sentence structures that could I'd say could be improved. I think it's understandable and it can be tolerated. Although I would actually advise you to try and leave 5 minutes at the end to read through the entire essay and look for mistakes. Um, Two things. I think you raised an interesting point in your second paragraph where you talked about the convenience of shopping in larger cities. In fact, this has become an increasingly urgent and pressing issue in the United States because poor counties or poor towns that are very isolated and in the middle of nowhere have very limited access to fresh food, and often it takes hours, if not days, for food to be transported to these isolated areas. They're called food deserts, and residents suffer because they cannot get there. They're not able to purchase fresh fruits or vegetables, and this has a detrimental effect on their health. I'm not sure if similar problems exist in Japan, although I suppose with its abundance of convenience stores and highly developed public transport, the problem shouldn't be as serious. Um, Another point I'd like to talk about is you mentioned how even though there are more people living in big cities, people are actually not so close to each other because people don't know each other that much, and speaking to strangers is not the norm. Um, you wrote that when living in a city, though it may seem massive and immense, one consider one is confined to their own box. And I think that's a very interesting point as well because, well, I live close to New York, and people often say that New York is one of the most alienating and isolating cities that you can have. And in fact, I study sociology. I'm a sociology student, and one of the readings that we do for sociology is written by George Simmel. Simmel, a German sociologist, Simmel, and he wrote this very interesting book called Metropolitan City Life, and it makes an argument and explains why, even though there are more people around you, you're actually more distant and more detached from everyone else. And I think that's also very interesting reading if you are interested in exploring why people are detached to each other in larger cities. But overall, I think you did a really great job, um, and I feel like you attacked the prompt very effectively and very efficiently. And I am looking forward to reading your rewrite. Thank you.